What's up, everybody? I'm just doing the daily check to see exactly how shadow banned this account is. Trying a straight vertical format here on StreamYards. So bear with me. Enjoy the test. Enjoy the video. For those that don't know about my past, the Rico tapes. This first episode does a lot of explaining for that. So I'm going to go ahead and play this.
I'm a Christian and I love everybody, and I want everybody to be treated equally. I assure you.
Yes, sir.
Even people that I really don't like what they did, I
Right.
still believe in treating them. They're human beings.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm
Hey,
a
Jason,
I'm
good
a
to
Christian.
have
I'm a
you.
Marine
Good to
Corps
have you.
veteran. That's another
Thank you for
reason
your
why.
service. I'm an Army vet.
Okay.
Yes.
It's hula, right? Over in the Army.
Ugh, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's another reason why I do what I do is like y'all swearing an oath to the Constitution. Even though I'm out of the Marine Corps, I swore a lifelong oath to protect and defend the Constitution,
You did.
and that oath never expires.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Once a
Right?
Marine, always a Marine. In fact, I actually just released. It's on Spotify now. I got a new podcast called The Rico Tapes, and the first episode just came out. And
Well, you have a card? I might check it out.
I don't have any cards. I need to get some cards. But I'll go ahead
Here's
and
my
tell you.
card.
Yeah.
You can email me at one. Your
I'll go ahead and tell you. We the People News is. I'm with We the People News. The We the
Okay.
People News is my baby. And
write it down. I might be able to dig it up.
but this the Rico tapes. Back in, I entered the Marine Corps in
What
December.
was your name? I'm sorry.
I go by Don. Everybody calls me Don.
That's good.
Yeah.
I just was trying to make sure I get the right source if I research.
Absolutely.
That's all.
So yeah, it's as far as the Rico tapes, the first episode, in 2008, in May of 2008, I witnessed a gruesome suicide. I was in combat training, and the guy put the M16 in his mouth, put it on 3-round burst, and pulled the trigger. The Marine Corps covered that up, and I appreciate it. It's effective, and
That will
especially
make you that can set off some PTSD tendencies
it did.
when you're exposed to that kind of stuff.
Well,
Same with cops,
and-
and we're exposed to a lot of bad. So vets are too, and
And what happened?
actually,
Yeah,
I'm a psychiatric specialist in the Army. I worked on the psych ward with that stuff.
really.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it did.
It's terrible.
It's certainly.
terrible.
I took to self-medicating using alcohol while I was in, and the Marine Corps. What they did is when that suicide happened, they labeled it as a training accident. All the obituaries online showed that Lance Corporal Bradley
That's
Faust
terrible.
died of a training accident, and so I was self-medicating using alcohol. They discharged me a year prior to my discharge date for alcohol rehabilitation failure. They looked at that as like a misconduct, but they didn't look at it like what it really was, which is a bandage for the PTSD that I
Hey,
Hey, I'm
experienced.
banning on the
That's your
first
coping.
looked up
One of
comment,
your
so I
coping.
don't care.
And
Go ahead.
thank God I haven't touched alcohol since
Praise
2018.
God.
But-
I commend you for that.
But
That's terrible.
it's terrible, and so all of this, I see that as basically a catalyst. They in doing that, they rewrote reality. The Marine Corps rewrote reality into the record by saying that was a training accident, because when I kept trying to say that I had witnessed a suicide, the suicide never existed in the record because they rewrote it as a
Should
training
you
accident.
advise his family to investigate that?
I have reached out to his.
You'd have to get the family to stir it up.
I've reached out to his family.
Make that request.
I've reached out to his family. I did a FOIA request into the Marine Corps in 2017, and I actually got the proof that they actually changed the standard operating procedures that month, 2008, to disallow live ammunition on Armory Watch. And then I got the guy's name and all that through FOIA requests, and then the system clamped down on me. It was so. I've had some of the worst public corruption that has been aimed at me going back to 2017.
I would strongly encourage you to get in contact with that family and give them that information.
I am.
You really, really need to do that. That's wrong.
Mhm.
That is totally wrong.
And if it's in these obituaries as a training accident, I know that his family had to have been fed the same information. And it's a touchy area because, you know, obviously their son died in 2008. They've gotten past the grief. I'm about to have to open the grief back up into the family, you know, but it has to happen. I feel like,
You know, my brother was shot and killed in the line of duty. I have two young brothers that are Louisiana State Troopers, and we reopen the grief with the trial every time. You know, victims need rights.
they do.
And I'm a big proponent of victims.
Yeah,
Seriously. And our justice system needs to seek justice on that.
It does.
This sounds very similar.
yes, sir.
You need to be a proponent and an activist for victims.
That's what I am. That's what I try to do.
It's all about the victims.
and it's
always about, it should be about the victims. If
Yes.
they're wrong.
absolutely,
And I
absolutely.
commend you for that.
It takes a lot of guts to blow, because
It does.
it ultimately made me a whistleblower, and coming out with this, with the RICO
Right.
tapes, and it's,
Well, you got protection. The laws on whistleblowing now are really, really good.
Mhm.
You have way more
Well, we should
protection.
fund
They
it.
can't do what they used to do, and that's a good thing.
Exactly. So I want to give you, and I need to put this on my website, on the We the People News website. Let me give you this website address so you can listen to that. It's a 15-minute, like the
give it to me.
So-
I'm gonna get it right here.
RICOtapes.online, RICOTAPES.online, and it's got the first episode on there.
I will check it out.
And yeah, Chief
Super
Vincent,
Phi, even though I'm a soldier, my man.
Semper Fi.
Been a
Yes,
pleasure
sir.
to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you
And
too.
thank you so much for your service.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir.
And if you need anything from us, we're here to help.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have a
Hey, it's
blessed
great
day,
meeting you.
my
Thank you,
brother.
sir. May 2008. The name Camp Devil Dog might sound like something out of a war movie, but to us, it was just another Marine Corps training base. An isolated post where the days blended into one another, and air carried the smell of sweat, dust, and gun oil, and the rules were as much a part of life as breathing. On that particular night, I was assigned to a roving post. Roving meant motion. You moved through your assigned area in regular intervals, stopping at checkpoints, scanning for anything out of place. In training environments, the most dangerous thing you usually encountered was boredom. But boredom wasn't on the schedule that night. The Marine assigned to us Armory Watch was Lance Corporal Bradley Faust. He wasn't particularly outspoken, not someone you'd pick out in a crowd, but not invisible either. Like many of us, he carried burdens that weren't visible on the surface. As Armory Watch, he had access to the weapons. That's what the position meant. It was a responsibility that the Corps took seriously, entrusting Marines with guarding the very tools of our profession. The night air was still, punctuated only by the occasional call of distant wildlife and the familiar sounds of a military base at night, generators humming, the occasional vehicle passing, boots on the gravel as Marines moved between posts. I had just completed my check of the eastern perimeter when it happened. No one saw it coming. No warning signs that night. No whispered confessions. Just the sound, that unmistakable sound of an M16 set to 3-round burst. In training environments, Gunfire was tightly controlled. Live rounds at that hour in that place were never part of the plan. Not only was I close enough to hear it, but I was also close enough to see it. Close enough to get there quickly, but not quickly enough. The scene was something you don't forget. The way the human body collapses when it's no longer alive. The smell of cordite in the air. The weapon still near his hand. The armory racks standing silently behind him, like mute witnesses. Lance Corporal Bradley Faust had made a decision from which there was no return. Within hours, the officers were there. Not just the on-duty supervisors, but higher-ranking men whose boots didn't usually touch the concrete outside their offices. They took control, ordered Marines back to their quarters, and secured the scene. The base became a flurry of activity. Medical personnel, military police, chaplains moving with purpose through spaces usually defined by routine and order. When the paperwork was done, it said training accident. That label carried weight. It wasn't just semantics. A suicide could mean loss of death benefits for Faust's family. A training accident could preserve them. At least that was the justification we were given. But in labeling it that way, they'd also rewritten reality. I watched as they sanitized the scene, not just of physical evidence, but of truth itself. The official narrative began to take shape before Faust's body had even been removed. A narrative that would protect the institution at the expense of honesty. Senior officers spoke in hushed tones about unfortunate incidents and operational security. Phrases that served to distance everyone from what had actually happened. A Marine, one of our own, had taken his life while on duty. That was the first time I saw how truth could be edited. How the official truth could be made to serve an agenda. In the days that followed, we weren't encouraged to discuss what happened. Faust's personal effects disappeared from his quarters. His name became something mentioned only in whispers. The machinery of institutional self-preservation moved with remarkable efficiency, transforming a suicide into an accident, a personal tragedy into an administrative inconvenience. I stayed in the Corps after that, but I wasn't the same. That night planted something in me. A distrust, a refusal to take official statements at face value. I began to notice other instances where reality was adjusted to fit preferred narratives. Small at first, then increasingly significant. Training incidents where safety violations were downplayed. Disciplinary actions that seemed more about protecting certain individuals than maintaining standards. Equipment failures attributed to operator error rather than maintenance deficiencies. By 2011, I was discharged. The paperwork said alcohol rehabilitation failure. The Corps made it sound like the drinking was the disease, but I knew better. The drinking was just a bandage on something deeper. PTSD, though I couldn't get it recognized because the incident that triggered it didn't officially exist as a suicide. The system efficient at reframing my struggles as simple misconduct, rather than the consequence of witnessing something that had shaken my faith in the institution I'd committed to serve. Years passed. The memory didn't. One day, I decided to push back. I filed a Freedom of Information Act request, not just for closure, but for proof. I wanted the records on that night, the internal communications, the after-action reports. If the Corps had quietly changed its standard operating procedures because of what had happened, I wanted it in writing, and I got it. Buried in the pages was the change. No more live ammunition for Armory Watch at Marine Corps training facilities. It was an unspoken admission that the training accident wasn't an accident at all. The policy change acknowledged what the official record denied, that Lance Corporal Bradley Faust had died by suicide and that the circumstances that allowed it needed to be prevented in the future. That FOIA request didn't go unnoticed. Emails started showing up. Some were straightforward denials of certain documents. Others felt more personal. Some carried undertones, the kind you recognize if you dealt with people in power who want you to stop digging. They weren't random. The names tied back to people with connections. Law enforcement, political figures, individuals who on paper had no reason to care about my FOIA request regarding a Marine who had died years earlier at a training facility far from Mississippi. By May 2017, the pressure wasn't just coming from the shadows. It was out in the open. Oxford, Mississippi was in the middle of a quiet political shift. The state flag, the Mississippi flag, had been removed from city property. That wasn't done by accident or slow bureaucratic erosion. It was the result of a push led by then Board of Aldermen member Robin Tannehill. She authored the referendum. The board approved. The mayor signed off. And in a matter of days, something that had flown over city property for generations was gone. Now Tannehill was running for mayor, unopposed. Election day was set for June 6, 2017. That spring, I took my protest to the public square. I didn't carry the American flag. I carried the Mississippi state flag, the one they'd taken down as a direct statement. I believed in the right to speak out, the right to dissent, the right to be visible. That's what the First Amendment is for. But in Oxford, visibility comes with a price. On May 1st, 2017, I crossed paths with Lafayette County Sheriff's Deputy Timmy Pruitt. He wasn't wearing his badge, just the blank space on his uniform where it should have been. That absence spoke volumes before he even said a word. The encounter was brief, but heated. I asserted my rights. He gave me an order to leave. asked on what grounds, he told me if I didn't leave, I'd go to jail.
Good morning. I appreciate you.
Moments later, he made good on that threat. The arrest was caught on camera. That video spread fast, shared by large platforms and pages that reached audiences far beyond Lafayette County. The public reaction was swift and overwhelmingly in my favor. Pruitt's actions were criticized loudly and often. I was told he'd been placed on administrative leave, though some called it a vacation, while county officials decided how to handle the fallout. But the timing was no coincidence. While I was being arrested, my ex, Phyllis Liz Crowder, and her attorney were in Lafayette County Chancery Court filing papers to block me from seeing or speaking to my only child at the time, my daughter Lydia. One hand held the cuffs, while they robbed me of my rights as a father. The rest of May was a steady escalation. The protest didn't stop.
What's up, Jordan Lott?
The legal moves against me intensified. The email threats kept coming. Surveillance became harder to ignore. The city's political machinery was engaged, and I was in its direct path. On May 26th, everything was in motion. The pressure, the hostility, the calculated steps taken against me, all of it converged. And that's where my story, as you'll hear on the RICO tapes and in my book, American Injustice, begins. What happened to Lance Corporal Bradley Faust that night at Camp Devil Dog set me on a path I never anticipated. His death, officially sanitized, institutionally reframed, opened my eyes to how power operates when it believes no one's watching. The quest for truth about his suicide has led me to question other official narratives, to challenge other instances where reality was being rewritten to serve those in authority. I couldn't have known then that my pursuit of truth would eventually cost me my freedom, my family, and nearly a decade of my life. But looking back, I can see how that night in 2008 was truly the first domino. The moment when I began to understand that official truth and actual truth are often separated by a gulf filled with power, politics, and institutional self-preservation.
This is the best it's done in a while on this channel, on both of them. Believe it or not, I never thought I'd see that. I never thought I'd see how low the numbers got. This is still embarrassing. I mean, look back, just wasn't very long ago that several hundred people could get on live pretty much, within minutes. So for those that hadn't seen this, I want to show you this right here. Let me add this to the stage. Remove, add. Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to do anything about the fact that it looks a little bit small, but
we have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is...
I was going to have somebody come up here at like 3 in the morning. 3 times a week. Yeah. This one's for the record. For every camera they smash, every right they violated, every lie they told under oath. Circle this day on your calendar. 3 times a week. Let's go. Happy fuck the cops day. Say it loud, say it proud for every badge that broke the law that hid behind the crowd. Happy fuck the cops day. Blue wall coming down, constitutional violations all across this town. They say protect and serve, but who they really protecting? Qualified immunity got them feeling like they above correction. Plant evidence in your car, lie straight to your face. Choke you out on camera, then claim they felt unsafe. Body cam malfunction right when the truth occurs. Internal investigation always gets deferred. We investigated ourselves, found nothing wrong. Meanwhile, another family singing that same sad song. Traffic stop for nothing, escalate the scene. Turn a broken taillight into a life or death dream. Reach for your license like they asked you to. Now you're on the pavement, red and white and blue. They took an oath, swore to uphold the Constitution, but the only thing they serving is their own institution. So happy fuck the cops day for every right they stole, every cell phone smashed, every story left untold. Happy fuck the cops day. Mark it on the wall for every planted evidence, back every falsified call. Happy fuck the cops day. Let the truth ring out. First Amendment retaliation, that's what this about. First Amendment audit, just standing with a camera. Suddenly you're suspicious, suddenly you're a danger. Idea go to jail for exercising rights. Turn a peaceful documentation into constitutional fights. Terry stop for nothing, articulable my ass. Walking while existing in the neighborhood, they harass. Stop and frisk policies, targeting the poor. Fourth Amendment protections, they don't not no more. No, not grades, wrong address, wrong house. Flashbang in the baby's crib and they all walk out. Qualified immunity means they never pay. Civil rights violations every single day. Brady violations stacking exculpatory evidence, hidden another wrongful conviction of the family's world isn't living. Testily and on the stand, it's an open secret crime. Prosecutors never charge, it happens all the time. So happy fuck the cops day for every false report, every manufactured probable cause that died in court, for every witness threatened, every case they fabricated, every constitutional right systematically violated. They want respect, but respect is earned, not given by a badge, not given by a uniform. You want community support, try accountability, stop hiding behind immunity, start acting with integrity. Good cops exist, we know that's true, but the system that protects the bad implicates you too. Silence is compliance when you see the wrong. Blue wall of silence been standing way too long. So this day ain't hate, it's demanding something better. It's refusing to accept the status quo forever. It's saying we see you, we document your crimes, we're not backing down. Not this time. From Rodney King to George Floyd, the cameras don't lie, but the system keeps protecting the ones who testify that they fear for their life while kneeling on the neck. Constitutional protections, what the fuck you expect? Woo! Civil rights lawsuits paid out by the city, taxpayers foot the bill while cops get their committee to decide if policy was followed. Case dismissed, no fault found. Another settlement paid, another victim in the ground. So happy fuck the cops day. Raise your voice up high for every person brutalized, for every official lie. Happy fuck the cops day. This is our demand, accountability and justice across the stolen land. Happy fuck the cops day. First, fourth, fifth amendment. Constitutional protections, not optional, not depending on your badge. Your gang colors blue don't make you right. We the people standing up, we're taking back tonight. 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We remember what you took, we remember it my day. Turn it to a nightmare by a badge and gun. Happy for the cops day, revolution's just begun. Nah, anti-cop, anti-corruption, anti-tyranny, and a constitutional destruction. Pro-accountability, pro-justice for all. Happy for the cops day, watch that blue wall fall.
Hey. I didn't know if you're. I'm good. How you doing? Yeah. I thought you might have been Beavers for a second. I'm looking for that lying ass bitch Beavers. You know where she's at?
Well, I know she's not home. She got off at 6.
I thought that might have been her. I was actually, yeah, she left and she was going all the way down Highway 6 and yeah. Hey man, I'm looking for that lying ass bitch Candace Beavers. Yeah, she is a piece of shit. In fact, In fact, actually, I need to get her. I need to get her served, and I can't serve her myself. I got. Well, it's good to know that she's actually off of work, or she got off of work at 6, because I was going to have somebody come up here at like 3 in the morning. But yeah, she no, she's that is one dirty cop. So I lost almost 3 years of my life to her lies. She lied on stand in court over in Lafayette County intentionally. It was intentional, and I was going to the FBI to go and report 2 agencies. I'm banished from Lafayette County, and I did the right thing. I got an appointment with the FBI, and then called her or called the sheriff's department, spoke to her, recorded the conversation, said, "Hey, I got to go meet with the FBI over in Oxford." She lies on stand in court and says, "I went up there with no permission." They violated. They said that I intentionally violated the banishment clause going into Lafayette County. But no, it gets worse. So after I spent about 8 months in prison on a 1 year sentence, I get out and I exposed it. I put the transcripts and the recorded phone call together and a video out there. She got salty, and her and another sheriff's deputy called in a favor over to Galveston, Texas. I went over there as a journalist to go investigate the Galveston police for making false arrests. She calls in a favor. They pull me over, arrest me on a false DWI. I hadn't drank in 4 to 5 years. And the officer claimed he smelled alcohol. I said, "Give me a breathalyzer." Wouldn't give me a breathalyzer. They booked me into jail on suspicion of DWI, but they did that with the intention of extraditing me to Mississippi before I got a trial and having the officer lie on stand over Zoom. And they sent me to prison for a probation violation for something that never happened. But it was to shut me up. And then when the court vacated my sentence and released me in January this year. So I get out, Galveston mess, that's all dismissed. I file a federal lawsuit. We have the recorded calls and all that. Go, and the marshals serve all the defendants. She leaves the department, Lafayette County, and she comes over here. And so they couldn't serve her, and I tracked her down over to here. And so she's playing a dirty game, jumping from one department to another. And I mean, I'm not saying that she left there and came over here solely for the purpose of dodging process, but you know, it's sure coincidental. So it's yeah, I was hoping to have a few words with her, because I mean, you can't lose a few years of your life to lies like that, and then think that you can just jump to another department and screw somebody's life up. And
I understand that. I don't personally really know her.
right,
I just started working with her. I keep to myself type person.
I get it.
I don't have nothing negative or good to really say. You could probably call
I mean,
me.
I'm the guy that I'm the victim. Like I can the
Yes,
court
sir.
vacated.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
you
no, I know,
don't
I know.
like that. You
And
know,
I'm not, and see, there are a lot of people that would, the first thing that would come to their mind is violence. And I'm not a violent person. I'm a constitutional rights activist.
I
I
met you the first time and I was like confused because I honestly didn't know what you
Right, right.
doing. I've never said that.
Yeah.
So, and then the second time I seen you pulled up on me, I was at Baseball Civic Center.
It,
We sat there and talked.
and see, it was stuff like that. Beavers is the reason that I got created. It's like corruption has created this, what the government kind of feels like is what they hate, but I'm directly the product of you know
I
that's
mean, I get that. There's bad apples out there in this world.
yeah,
And it takes away from the people that really want to be good and do good.
that's
But
exactly.
that's with anything
Well,
in this world.
it's the most dangerous person to a good cop doing their job is a dirty cop, because that puts y'all directly in harm's way. And so I like to exercise my right to a redress and peacefully demonstrating and all that, because I think it's a hell of a lot better than the alternative. It's a lot better than the crazy people that go out and they resort to violence.
Well, I understand that, but like my lieutenant said, she is on a different rotation. You could probably call up here tomorrow and ask next time she comes back to work,
Okay.
and maybe set up a meeting where y'all two can serve or something like that.
Well, and I sat down with Mayor Farrell for about him and I are really good friends, and so I spoke to him on the phone when I found out she came over here, and I may see if he wants to maybe set up a
I've been living new moments and making sure my mom is a part of it all. Thanks to Ultra Mobile Unlimited Talks, Global Text, and
We the people new, exposing every move, every tyrant, every badge, every lie. They approve from Mississippi to Texas, up to Utah too. You retaliate against the truth, and the truth hits. Saving dogs in my address, running interstate crews, marshal judges, dirty cops, all the bad actors in view. I survived every trap that your government used. Now I'm back with the facts. We the people new. Yeah, started in Mississippi when the Tannehills lied. A restraining order forged just to keep me outside. No bonfire, no cars, just political pride. And 7 years later, that fraud still rise. Then the state doubled down, built the case off a myth. NBI in the shadows with a badge and a twist. Stalking charges built on my journalism hits. Fabricating affidavits like they reading from a script. Galveston it next on steam fake. What he smelled claimed odor of alcohol, but the tox screen yelled zero content detected. Still they tossed me in a cell, 11 months in a cage while they manufactured hell. The Mississippi called Texas revocation by request. Leavers lied again and the judge said yes. Sentenced me to 2 years off fabricated stress. Later vacated, overturned, but I still paid the debt. That's the playbook they use when the truth breaks through. Retaliate, suffocate, silence what I do. But I never stop filming, never stop pushing through. Cause the people need the facts. We the people new, we the people new. Exposing every move, every tyrant, every badge, every lie they approve. From Mississippi to Texas, up to Utah too. You retaliate against the truth, and the truth hits you. And dogs in my address, running interstate crews. Muscle judges, dirty cops, all the bad actors in view. I survived every trap that your government used. Now I'm back with the facts. We the people news. I moved west to Utah, trying to rebuild clean, but Leighton, PD, and Oxford ran across jurisdiction scheme. Systems pull my data rich and blasted
I
down the
hope the
screen.
trolls keep on coming out. As soon as I see the first inkling of it, bam, gone. Keep on making socket counts. Keep on wasting your time. Come on, trolls. Please, feed them.
Retaliatory lean, try filming DHS, trespass for walking through. Try filming in airports, ain't retaliatory too. Every camera that I raise is a threat they can screw. But filming ain't a crime, it's a First Amendment view. So I took it to courtrooms, files was by the stack. Every brief, every motion is me taking it back. They can lie, they can smear, they can launch their attacks, but the truth is a force that the tyrants can't crack. We the people news, exposing every move, every tyrant, every badge, every lie they approve. From Mississippi to Texas, up to Utah too. You retaliate against the truth, and the truth hits you. Been dousing my address, running interstate crews. Marshal judges, dirty cops, all the bad actors in view. I survived every trap that your government used. Now I'm back with the facts. We the people news. Then came 25, Lafayette, Louisiana. I was filming that court, I was putting truth on the camera. Marshall Nugent waved me forward, staged it like a planner. Then they hit me full force like a government hammer. They seized all my gear, then destroyed the proof. Claimed the tech fail occurred, that's a Brady excuse. Evidence gone missing while the marshals cut loose. Then they charged me for disturbing while they silenced my truth. Ex parte calls with judges before charges were made. A gag order pushed like they wanted me caged. They attacked the free press, that's the line that they paid. But you don't muzzle we the people when the truth is engraved. Every state, every badge, every retaliatory move confirmed. I ain't
a liberal. Fuck politics. And those that want to throw up that gay ass shit trying to bring politics into it, fuck you too.
We the people news, exposing every move, every tyrant, every badge, every lie they approve. From Mississippi to Texas, up to Utah too. You retaliate against the the truth, and the truth hits. Shipping dogs in my address, running interstate crews. Marshal judges, dirty cops, all the bad actors in view. I survived every trap that your government used. Now I'm back undefeated. We the people news. We the
There's so many Black Friday deals, Cyber Week deals, things I just want, but very little do I actually need.
A small. I was gonna have somebody.
The Northern District of Mississippi.
That's right. So let him know, We the People News. I'm going to be
Hours of operation are 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
So let him know.
Hours of operation are 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Good morning, yes, Marshall Service. Can I help you?
Good morning. I think you just transferred me. It went to a weird machine. Who is the supervisory deputy marshal?
Yes, may I ask the reason for your call?
I said, who
Maybe
is
I
it?
can transfer you to someone else.
I said, who is it? Huh?
I said, may I know the reason for your call? Maybe I can transfer you to someone else.
Well, I was trying to reach the supervisory deputy U.S. marshal. He had communicated something out. Who is the supervisory deputy U.S. marshal for up there in Oxford?
His name is William Donald.
William Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of him.
One moment.
All right.
What's your name, sir?
Do what?
What is your name?
My name is Don.
Dunn.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Well, I'd like to speak with is there an assistant available? I really honestly until I actually get speak to him, I don't want to. The U.S. Marshal Service is up to some shady shit. This is I go by Don all the time. I'll just go ahead and tell you. This is Matthew Reardon. Pass the message along to him. I don't know who the hell he thinks he is, putting out bolos. You know, actually communicating over state lines to Louisiana and sending over basically a bolo for journalistic activity. But I want to let him know that I'm doing some digging into him now, since he did some unfair digging into me. I'm an investigative journalist. I'm working on a story, and actually, whether or not he wants to speak to me is irrelevant. I want to give him the opportunity to at least be able to put his side out, or at least be able to give a response, something that the government's never done to me. But either way it goes, I'm going to run the story. And so if he wants to provide response to the records that I was able to obtain through FOIA from Washington, D.C., I will gladly allow him to respond and put that in the story.
And it's coming from the Northern District of Mississippi.
That's right. So let him know, We the People News. I'm going to be publishing to We the People News. That's what I've been publishing to. And if I think that's a pretty slime bag move that 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 he did. I mean,
and I've got the emails, you know. So if he wants to, he's more than welcome to reach out to me and give comment. Otherwise, he can stay. You know, he's more than welcome to stay silent. I don't have to, you know, I don't have to put his response out there, but I'm willing to give him the opportunity to respond to what he's done and put that in the story.
Okay, and so since you give me all that, give me your last name, and I'll tell him to give you a call back.
Reardon, Reardon.
A-R.
Reardon.
Hold on, say it one more time, a little bit slow for me.
Reardon.
All righty. And your number is?
That's
346-500. All righty, I will let him know.
Okay.
To give you a call back.
All right. So you're tuning in live for National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day. This is We the People News. We're live outside the John M. Shaw United States Courthouse, where these tyrants with the U.S. Marshals Service think that it's okay to criminalize journalism and the First Amendment. Had bolos put out.
So, according to the University of Delaware, people with an IQ of 115 and above can perform.
I knew that there was funny business going on. Y'all want me to come in? Hey, they're trying to wave me in the courthouse. So he just waved me in. Should I accept the invitation? I think I should accept the invitation. Because I wasn't going to go in there. I was perfectly fine staying out here. But I just got an invitation into the courthouse. So let's go into the courthouse. And guess what? The video footage from inside of the courthouse showing the marshals and their misconduct has now been deleted by the government. I will never turn down an invitation such as that. But you locked the doors on me. But y'all locked the doors on me. Hello. After you. Well, look who it is.
Hey, man, look, I'll tell you one time. Can't be in here reporting to be arrested.
Okay, you called me in here. You son of a bitch, I was outside on the fucking sidewalk. You told me to come in here, motherfucker. I'm going outside. You called me in here, motherfucker. You baited me in here, you piece of shit. Fucking pussy. You fucking pussy. Fuck your mom. He literally waved me in here. He told me to come inside, was grinning, and then told me he was going to throw me in handcuffs as soon as I walked in the doors. A public building. Now they just asked for it. I'm there on the public sidewalk by the road, peacefully exercising my rights. And he's over there smiling. There's a big part of me that wants to go back in and take the arrest. There's a big part of me that wants to go back in and take the arrest. Because that's entrapment and violation of my First Amendment rights. But I do know this. This is not their fucking property. This is we the people's. This is where they take an issue and they pour gasoline on it and they make it 10 times worse. 10 times worse. Okay? When they openly invited me up there just for me to go through the door and for them to try to threaten me with arrest. Happy National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day.
Creators, take these 3 apps I built to run my business made with Base 44. They're ready for you.
Here's what we're going to do here. I'll put this right here. Oh. Balance reporting right against the glass. Get the tyrants on the inside. Yeah, these are the real sovereign citizens inside. That's right. These are the real sovereign citizens, and this is how they get exposed. Okay? This is what happens when they go and criminalize free speech. When they criminalize journalism. That's what happens when they criminalize a camera of mass destruction. I'm trying to find a good place to put this down at. I wish I had another tripod. It's a collective effort of everybody to stand up for their rights. Where does it say stay off? So what gives you the authority to tell me a damn thing? You need to keep on stepping, and I mean it. Buddy, I ain't playing your games. That's why I say, Happy National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day. Go 10-8. Keep on stepping. I'm going to make you look like an idiot today. You might want to go 10-8. 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 You put hands on me, I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right? You're going to get sprayed down. What'd they tell you inside? Huh? Well, I know you went in to go talk to them. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely not. I haven't done a thing wrong. I'm not going a place, and you can't make me go a place. I'm not trespassing. I'm on public fucking property. Okay, let's see. I'll take the arrest. I'll take the arrest right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on with it. Come on with it. These people put out bolos for no reason, circulating my picture, criminalizing journalism, and when they try to silence our voice, we the people get louder. Operation Silence the Press. See, these people need to learn. Learn. And see, it starts right here with the 911 dispatchers. Because when somebody is actually well within their rights doing something, the 911 dispatchers don't even need to allow resources to get burned in the first place. I'm standing my ground. I'm holding my ground on this one. I'm not leaving. I'm not getting pushed off my spot. I'm holding my ground. I'm holding the line. Got to hold the line. When you're well within your rights, you cannot get pushed away. I mean, you give them an inch and they take a mile. Got to hold the line, folks. Got to hold the line. Huh? You need to suck my dick. I'm on public fucking property. Let's go. Let's go. No, you're not. I'm getting it. You ain't gonna touch my camera. You ain't touching my camera. You ain't touching my camera. I'm getting my camera.
You grab your camera and you move it right now. If you don't, I am seizing this camera.
Is that right?
That is absolutely right.
So what? So this door.
You've got 1 second.
This door is locked.
You've got 1 second.
This door is locked.
This is an entryway. You can put it on the other side of the barricade.
I'm right. I'm fine right here.
2,
I'm
1.
really. Oh! Ah! 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 Ah!
Congratulations.
Good.
The other right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be against the report of law. The other right to consult an attorney, attorney prisoner question.
I want an attorney.
You cannot afford
I want an attorney. I want an attorney.
In 1971, the court drew a line in Cohen versus California. Paul.
Hey, let me say this. I hope 100, 200 more trolls come on here and say the first stupid ass fucking thing. Because that fucking block button's getting hit every single time. I mean, I ain't got no reservations about it. My block finger is trigger happy. Okay. I'm not putting up with no bullshit no more. Fuck that. I've already been through the worst with my channel. My channel's taking a fucking hit. You think I give a shit anymore? Fuck you. All right. I don't care about my fucking voice. I don't care about my, what I fucking say. I'm just going to say it how it is. Because here's the thing. Anybody that gets offended at what the fuck I say, your priorities are wrong. All right. If what I say offends you, but if these massive injustices don't, then, you've got a lot bigger problems. So come on, trolls. Come on with it. Absolutely. Let's see. Who cares? Awesome. Bam. Boom. I stand for what's right. I stand. What do you look at the videos? Okay. Do you think it's okay for somebody that's well within their rights, that you think it's all right for somebody to get bolos put out on them for being a journalist and simply exercising their constitutional rights? Fuck no. Yeah, free speech, motherfucker. But no, I'm sick and fed up of this shit. I got trial in 2 weeks in Louisiana on this federal charge. And no, people need to know what the fuck is going on. All right. If my shit's going to be suppressed all the way, I'm going to freaking promote my shit, because, and it's not about money because this fucking channel doesn't make any fucking money anymore. Okay. It's about the truth getting out there and the truth not being suppressed. So fuck the haters.
Live stream. If you got hit, even as a passenger or in an Uber, you would need to try this.
Olivia, I need to know I guess an email address. I was trying to go ahead and get it printed out over here. I've got a legal demand that I need to serve on this jail, on the sheriff's department. So I guess if I can get an email address so I can send that right now, and I can go ahead and get.
I want to be honest. I really don't know what it is.
All right. Well, can you figure it out then?
Yeah. Or only thing I could probably tell you would probably come back okay, when the office is open and they can get you like an email or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If they could send an email.
Because y'all fucked up whenever y'all did what y'all did to me. You know that, right? Y'all fucked up bad. I mean, you knew that night whenever you took me over here, you knew you were doing wrong. You knew you were booking me into this jail on no charge. That was kidnapping.
I can
explain that
be
to you.
whatever the fuck I want to be.
You brought me
Hey,
here. There was no
if you don't like
charge
the
when y'all
fact that I
booked me
hit the
into the
fucking
jail.
ban button
How do
real
you
quick on
justify
some shit,
booking
go on.
a
Fuck it.
free citizen into jail, into a cage, and then on top of that, the torture that I went through? I don't know if you recall. I'm sure you recall because you know how painful it was. You know how I was screaming because I was literally toted by the chain of my handcuffs with it ratcheted down as just about as tight as y'all could ratchet it down. You know y'all fucked up, and I'm holding y'all to account.
Yep, absolutely. I sure am. And now you're blocked,
I got a
motherfucker.
chain.
Well, I sure wish I could have gone home whenever y'all played the fucking stupid ass games that y'all played. That shit's not cool at all. How would you like to get locked into a cage on something, not even getting charged? But because you wear a uniform, it's all right. You can get away with it. You motherfuckers need to start watching what the fuck you do.
We must set a record on this stream. The most
Much
people
better.
blocked.
That's the piece of shit right there
Absolutely, you're right.
that took me over here and locked me in a cage
That's the most guilt you'll ever
on
see a cop
hold for
show.
the U.S. Marshals with no fucking charge. These bitches think they're holier than thou. Yeah, he is a fucking coward. Excuse my language. I've been honestly wanting to work on that shit, and of all the people to walk out of here, that motherfucker. So I'm trying to find a way that I can digitally serve some papers on these people here at the jail. I was in a rush to get down here Friday, hit a lot of traffic, and go figure, this jail is in bumfucked Egypt. There's no print shop, there's no library, nothing. So I've got the digital copy that I would like to electronically serve the market that they receive. And so, since the office is closed and there's a sign that says go around to the side of the jail entrance, and there's no jail entrance on the side, I figure the only other way that I can actually talk to somebody to actually get that address is to stand out here on a public sidewalk, because we know how tyrants love to come out for a guy with a camera on a public sidewalk. So somebody will come out and I'll get to ask my questions. No, I don't think it was the other side, but I'll go around there. No, there ain't no other side. It's just a plain brick wall, and there is no front. I want to confront some more deputies because that was some bullshit. They know what they did. They know they were wrong, and they know that I'm holding them to account. You don't do shit like that to a man.
What's
just
up, Bruce from Texas?
Think he's going to back down and you're going to get away with it. Hell no. This is St. Martin Parish, Louisiana. It's in St. Martinville. This is the most evil of places that I've been to.
See ya.
I mean, it is just
There's another one.
stricken. with evil.
Gone.
These people laugh at constitutional rights being completely denied.
And
they laugh
Cancun,
at torture.
Mexico.
Hey, I need a email address to send a legal document to. I need an email address of somebody in booking that I can send a legal demand to. Well, I think it's pretty shitty that they closed the fucking office down at noon on Friday. Who does that? Wow. It's ridiculous. But they have no problem leaving the jail open 24/7 and booking people in here on no charges, right? Yeah, I know they don't. Because I can attest to it. Can I what? I'm on a fucking sidewalk. I'm not trying to be nice. Because you know what? Y'all tortured me. And I'm holding y'all to account. You tortured me. Yes. I was booked in here on no charge. I was kidnapped. And then I was tortured. I had the handcuffs that were locked down. Literally, I mean, I could feel my bones grinding. And I was intentionally ripped out of the van because I wasn't gonna participate in my own kidnapping. And I was carried by the chain of the handcuffs into booking. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's your answer? Uh-huh. Like that's a normal fucking thing? You goddamn right I've got a complaint. You're dismissed. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's on the YouTube channel. What? I'm on a public sidewalk. No, I'm on a public sidewalk. This is a public sidewalk. This is a public sidewalk. They charged, so I was booked into jail August 25th after getting discharged from the hospital after the U.S. Marshals viciously attacked me, broke my camera gear over me, tortured me back at the back of the federal courthouse in the holding cell, and then took me. Well, I demanded to go to the hospital. When I was discharged from the hospital, when I was discharged from the hospital, they passed me off to Olivier, Deputy Olivier, who was the guy that I confronted when I first got here. I asked Olivier what charge I was being booked on. His answer was he didn't have a charge, just a hold for the U.S. Marshals. I told him that he better get a supervisor because transporting me, free man, to a jail with no charge is kidnapping. I told him that if he continued and went to the jail, that his qualified immunity would be stripped.
Because they ran illegal surveillance
I mean,
on me.
there's
Put
absolutely
out
no gray
bolos
area right
because
there.
I was a journalist
He did it anyways.
recording
He
public
wanted me to
buildings.
participate in my own kidnapping. I refused to. I went limp. They had the handcuffs ratcheted down so tight on my wrist I could feel my bones grinding. And then they came out and they lifted me up by the chain of the handcuffs. I was screaming in pain. Talk about pain. That's another kind of pain. That's straight up torture. To be carried by the bones in your wrist by metal handcuffs. I was thrown.
Record what public
the
employees
smallest,
do on public property.
most rancid cell that they had.
That's right.
It had a hole in the
I can
floor
do it.
where people
And
pissed and shit.
That's why I do it, is because it needs public education.
No mattress. Torn blanket. Probably 40 something degrees inside of the cell.
Designer writes, designs, and formats your entire ebook in minutes. No ghostwriters, no designers, just one.
I'm curious, do they have any good cops in here? I mean, there's not really such a thing as a good cop.
Yeah.
But and this podunk hillbilly oh yeah, hey, for the who was the guy that was on here that just asked that it Zanron Streets. You asked what happened as far as the arrest. The best thing I can do for you right now is play this song that I wrote called Operation Silence the Press, and get to see what the U.S. Marshals did. Okay, they ran they put out bolos on me, circulated pictures. I got this information through a FOIA request, so I protested.
This is solely for the people to understand what's going
Marshals
on.
outside of the federal
I
courthouse.
don't make a dime on this shit. You
Happy
see
National
that
Fuck the U.S.
they've
Marshals
completely
Day.
suppressed it
And
now.
this is what happened.
Operation Silence the Press.
So you're tuning in live for National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day. We the People News.
Kidnapped quick, no warrant, no case. Camera smashed out, tripod in my face. First Amendment written, they erased, but the court said Cohen already placed. Hey! Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. August 25th, courthouse stone. Sign in my hands, I stood alone. Words from the past, Cohen's tone. Fuck the marshals, carved in bone. Hated news and badge with a snarl. Threatened my cam, said seize it all. I stepped back slow, obeyed the call. Then he looked, slam hard, I fall. Trap pocket,
Now, this happened in Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana.
First Amendment, bled in the smoke, but the record stands. I spoke. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survived and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. Silence the press. Dragged to a cell, chest punched tight, couldn't breathe deep, heart raced all night, knock his arm back just to fight for air. Now he screams assault while I'm gasping there. I take slow, no sirens near, paramedics mock, no mercy here. Hospital cold, the truth unclear, delay in the jail, they jeered.
Oh,
To
man.
only be at cuff cut bone. I asked what's the charge, he had none shown, just a hole for the
Lost a
feds. My rights
Samsung
dethroned, that's
phone,
kidnapping law in a danger
4K
zone. 40 pages
camera,
black, lies in disguise, I forget hit the scheme, but the scars don't lie. Laugh where you want, but the tape don't die. Operation failed, truth multiplies.
A couple of weeks ago in New Orleans, security guard, Gimbal, TJI Gimbal, from November 12th had security guard destroyed my new gimbal there, and my phone just slammed it on the pavement, completely demolished it. That's costing me a lot more than what the phone was worth. A lot. They've taken everything else from me. They've taken my car and sold my car at public auction when I was in jail for a year and a half on a false charge. Everything.
Yeah. That's Operation Silence the Press. That is off of the upcoming Bad Actors Volume 2 album. The original Bad Actors Volume 1 is done. 15 tracks. I wrote all 15. And you can listen to the Bad Actors album.
I got several
It's not even for
lawsuits.
sale. It's for
Yes, sir.
distribution for free. Okay, that's how bad these people pissed me off. I took the time to write an album just to release it for free. Just to mark these people with music, put testimony in flame and in bars. But go to WTPnews.org. www.wtpnews.org. In fact, let me give you a better link. If you go to go to my link tree, linktr.ee/WTP News. All important links are on that. My websites, my album, my important articles, evidence, donation links. Can't forget that. I've got a new video I'm going to be releasing here shortly. I had a exclusive one-on-one interview with the chief of police for Iowa, Louisiana. It's actually, they pronounce it Iowa. It's the only city that I've ever been to, and as far as I know, it's the only city in America that has a state's name is spelled the same as a state for a city. Excuse me. I need an email address so I can send a legal demand letter. I mean, I would love to. I don't think that they're going to be particularly happy to see me going in the office, but yeah, I would. Can you escort me in? I'm Don. There's no need in even. So, August 25th, I was kidnapped and brought here. I was booked in here on no charges. I don't know what y'all's booking procedure is, but I can tell you that every place this is the first jail I've ever seen that would book somebody without charges. I was tortured when I was brought in here. The handcuffs were cinched down so tight I could feel my bones grinding, and they lifted me up by the chain of the handcuffs and toted me into booking. I don't know if you know how painful that is, but that is another level of torture. That was August 25th. That was 3 weeks ago. And now I need to serve a legal demand letter on this jail. It needs to be, honestly.
Wow.
Hold on.
Hi, it's Ryan Reynolds, and I'm here in the North Pole to remind you
All right. Yeah, of course, Bob. Absolutely. I'm not even really going to play any more music, I don't think. Bitch that fucking kidnapped me.
This is good right here.
No, it's not Olivier. I thought that was Olivier, but it's not. Yeah, you sure can. I'd like an email address. I mean, the longer that you drag this out, the longer I stay here. I need an email address to send a legal demand letter. And then I'll bring a paper copy up here Monday, but I want to send the legal demand letter. Okay, but I want to get it in somebody's hands tonight. I think I will, or I'll be out here. I mean, like y'all love to say, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. It's up to you. I'm not playing this tyrant bullshit. Y'all tortured me. You booked me into jail on no charge. I have every reason to be fucking pissed. Hey, you got a handicap pass? You got a handicap pass for that vehicle?
We have an individual walking around with a camera.
Oh yeah, the camera on mass destruction. Shut up, Delani. Oh, wow, you can see? Tell him I'm on a public sidewalk, Delani. Tell him I'm on a fucking public sidewalk. Snitch. Well, I guess we're about to have some contact. Because of a snitch calling about a guy with a camera on a public sidewalk. Redressing his grievances with his government. Cry me a fucking river, pansy. Let's see who draws the short straw and gets sent out here. It should have been your ass.
Sheriff's office property.
I'm on a fucking public sidewalk. Yeah, I'm on a public sidewalk. Your fucking bullshit ass directives don't mean shit to me.
You're on the sidewalk now.
You're dismissed, motherfucker. Okay, right here, sidewalk. Right here, sidewalk, dumbass. Hey, right here's a sidewalk, dumbass. It's the only place I've been. Idiot. You're dismissed. Take your fucking ass inside. Oh, did you draw the short straw? Did you draw the short straw tonight? I know. I should have brought the gloves with me. I should have known that I would need the gloves. Hey, y'all brought this shit on yourselves. Hey, when you're upset about it, thank yourselves. Y'all created this monster. Up, we got the popo. Two of them.
Exactly, John.
So
Exactly.
you drew the short straw tonight, huh? All right. So let me go ahead. I know y'all are gonna want to know what's going on. These sons of bitches kidnapped me. They tortured me. I was August 25th. I was booked into jail on no charge. You cannot. Due process requires that in order to take a free man and lock him in a cage, there must be charges. They locked me up regardless on a hold for the U.S. Marshals because the U.S. Marshals violated my rights and broke my camera gear over me back in Lafayette and then just told them to hold me overnight. And that's what they did. But to make matters even worse, when we got here to the jail at nighttime, when Deputy Olivier brought me here, and I warned him this was kidnapping, I wasn't going to participate in my own kidnapping. They had the handcuffs cinched down so tight on my wrist I could feel my bones grinding, and they literally lifted me up by the chain of the handcuffs and toted me inside. That's torture. I don't know if you know how bad that hurts. Okay, I didn't think waterboarding was so bad. You know, just the sound of it. That's probably worse than waterboarding, to be lifted up and carried by your handcuff. So all I'm wanting, and like I keep telling them, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. All it takes is a little bit of compliance. I need an email address to send a legal demand letter to, because the traffic, I got here a little late and I couldn't get it printed off. It was kind of a last minute thing because I didn't realize that my attorney was not going to file for this particular stuff because it's part of a civil matter. I need an email address because I want to send this stuff out. Look, this guy needs to go back to eating some fucking Twinkies or something. I don't know what his deal is. I want an email address so I can send my legal demand letter. Yeah. And then I'm going to bring a physical copy by at the beginning of next week. But it's important to me to make sure that this digital copy gets into the hands of somebody today so that it officially puts the hold on this evidence. I know that's ridiculous. Yeah, because you know what? If they would just simply comply, I could have done my thing and been out of here. But now there's 4 freaking cops over here over me redressing my grievance after getting tortured and booked into jail with no charge. I know when I'm requesting. It's on the legal demand. But making threats, it's all on video. It's been live streamed. The whole thing's live streamed. That's a false report. He just made a false report to law enforcement. That is a false report he just made.
I went to city police, all right? The sheriff's office, deputies give me a call.
I want him charged. That was a false report of a crime.
I don't have any code. Like I said, you said you have it on video, that's cool, but I don't know what.
Okay, but because he's a law enforcement officer, that means that you just take his word right away when I'm telling you that this whole thing is live streamed. He's saying I was on their property. I've been on a public sidewalk literally the entire time. So, but you're going to take his word because he's a cocksucking damn.
The sheriff's deputy's coming. They said it was a disturbance, so we can back her up.
A disturbance, my ass. I have a right to redress my grievances after everything that happened.
She's not going to help you with the city.
I want that lying son of a bitch charged right there. No, I want him charged. I want him charged. He said that I threatened him and that I was on their property, and both of them are lies. In fact, like I said, the live stream is going, We the People News. Go there, and you can actually go back and actually watch it right now to see that he lied. That's a crime. He needs to be charged. This is We the People News. Yeah, this is the problem, okay? Bad cops they're the worst threat to a good law enforcement officer, if there is such a thing. A crooked cop like him that will lie and try to get y'all to take his back. He's a corrupt piece of shit is what he is. I want him to go back to eating a box of Twinkies and freaking do something on his I'm not answering questions.
So you're paying 6-figure salaries to a team of sales reps that ring prospects' phones all day long. And maybe you're spending...
What is that?
Trying to get us to act out of
No. Wrong. Wrong. Do you want to know the truth? No, wrong. No, you stop talking. Do you want to know the truth? Shut up. Shut up then. I was on a public sidewalk. I was tortured by this jail and I was booked under no charge. I didn't make any threats. It's all on live stream. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all listen to a lying sack of shit like him. Look at the live stream. The live stream, it's public. People are watching it. They saw. Okay, then don't take his word because he's a fuck. Am I being detained? All right, have a good day. I'm not answering questions. I'm not having any kind of consensual contact.
What's up, Joko? We're watching.
You don't want to hear the truth. You want to listen to lies.
What
so fuck
happened
off.
with the U.S. Marshal attack? And
I'm not on the property over here. That right there is a public sidewalk. Nope. I'm sorry. That is a public sidewalk. Making threats? What? Okay, what are you going off of saying that I was making threats? Okay. In your live stream. You know what? If you motherfuckers would do your job and actually look at the video, if y'all would look at it, you would see he's a lying sack of shit and you're a corrupt sack of shit. Go fuck yourself. What is your name and badge number actually? 2221. Name and badge number? 1044. Name and badge numbers? Vincent 67 and Rumble 141. So he told y'all the lies? No, he told them. He told them and it's on video. He told them and it's on video. He told them and it's on video. Okay, he could have still. Fuck you. Fuck you. Eat shit. Yeah, fucking dyke ass bitch. If this, I'm not answering any more questions because, yeah, but y'all don't care about the truth. If you did, you would have. If you did, you would have shut her the fuck down.
I was super mad. That's me.
No, I have Patriot News, but We the People News. I'll go ahead and tell you. Look, you know what? Hey, immerse yourself in the truth, okay? Because that's what I publish is I back it up by truth, and it's, you know, I'm sick and tired of this shit going on where, you know, it's do y'all realize that it's people like her and people like him that make y'all's job more dangerous?
Not perfect, but they're doing a job to protect everybody.
All right, let me ask you this question real quickly, okay? Do you not think that when I expose tyrants, the bad cops, that I'm saving lives with the good officers? Do you not think that there's a chance that if it weren't for people like me exposing bad people like her and like him,
you don't know what she's done.
it doesn't. It you know what? It doesn't matter. The second you turn your back and allow a crime to be committed, allow somebody's rights to be violated. I just told you, when that deputy lied and said that I was on y'all's, when that deputy, all right, let me swear an affidavit, and that way you can either take me to jail or take him. The fact that he commit, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to tell you, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to tell you right now, so shut your fucking mouth.
What amendment?
It's called falsely reporting a crime.
He didn't report it. You did.
Bullshit. He fucking brought you over there, and you even said that he told you that I was on y'all's property and that I was making threats. That's falsely reporting a fucking crime. It doesn't matter. He falsely reported a crime. You know, go fuck yourself. I ain't got a damn thing to say to you fucking corrupt ass. I need to get a chat bot.
So, let me see.
Good afternoon, Fabulous Sparks. I can help you.
Good afternoon, Miss Parks. I just called and you transferred me over to domestic violence. Do you not know anything about the New Orleans Police Department's Victim Witness Assistance Program?
No, sir. The line that you're calling, I thought I gave you that number. I'll give you another number.
Okay.
This is the line that you call to file a complaint on a police officer.
Right. And I'm getting to that. This is a public integrity issue. But I've called around and nobody seems to know anything about this victim witness.
That's not working right, so I'm not even gonna fuck with it. Yeah. That's about all. I'm gonna get me some rest. Actually, I'm gonna get me something to eat. I'm gonna get me some rest. I just wanted to see. Hey, this channel did a lot better tonight than it has been for the last couple of weeks. Believe it or not. I mean, it's been shadow banned to the full list. So I appreciate those that got on here. I should have some new news for you tomorrow, hopefully. Working on getting a tyrant served that thought she could just jump from one department to another and dodge the lawsuit that she brought about. The years lost to her lies. So, accountability will be served. I appreciate that eye for an eye. I appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, I know. Candace Beavers is she's a lying ass bitch, and she needs to face face her actions for what she did. Not only was I stripped of everything because of her lies, I'd lost a couple of years of my life in prison, missed things with my kids, and it was all because of her lies and her conspiracy. And she needs to face the long arm of justice. 100%. Yeah. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Joe Cove, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to end it for now. And make sure you go and subscribe to We the People News and Exposing the Tyrants. Go and check out the stories that are posted to We the People News. It's www.wtpnews.org. www.wtpnews.org. I have trial for this sham federal charge. It's a petty crime of basically loitering, blocking an entry and exit. That was what they came up with. So that's, I think, December the 15th is when the kangaroo trial is set for. The government has destroyed evidence in that case. The government has engaged in ex parte communication in that case. The government provoked its own prosecution and then destroyed the evidence in that case. There's a lot riding on this case, because if that's okay, if that's determined to be okay, then nobody is safe. That means that due process is completely discarded. It means that we don't have a constitution. If the things that have happened in this case are allowed to stand unchecked, nobody's safe from anything. All right. All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, I don't even have any music or music videos uploaded to the StreamYard account to even send it out of here on. Actually, let me see if I've got one real quickly. Let's see, downloads. Here. I got one. I'm going to end it with this. This is about what Candace Beavers did. This is about the corrupt state actors in Galveston and in Lafayette County, Mississippi.
Caught red-handed, their lies laid bare. These public officials thought nobody would care. A conspiracy deep, but the truth's coming through. The system's cracking, now they'll pay their due. Lies and corruption, they thought they'd control, but justice is burning, exposing their soul. They built this on deceit, but their cover is blown. Now the guilty must answer for the seeds they've sown. Down in Galveston, it started that night. Osteen and Doretti turned wrong into right. Said I was drunk, claimed the smell in the air, but no alcohol touched me, their proof wasn't there. They locked me up 11 months in a cell. Fabricated charges, a personal hell. They twisted the law, made me a pawn, but their conspiracy's unraveling, it won't last long. A growing plot, their power abused, but I'm breaking the chains, their lies are diffused. The truth's on my side and it's ready to speak. Exposing their game, bringing justice to the weak. Caught red-handed, their lies laid bare. These public officials thought nobody would care. A conspiracy deep, but the truth's coming through. The system's cracking, now they'll pay their due. Lies and corruption, they thought they control, but justice is burning, exposing their soul. They built this on deceit, but the cover is blown. Now the guilty must answer for the seeds they've sown. Extradited from Galveston back to Lafayette. 2 weeks before trial, the lies were set. Then Ben Creekmore played his false hand, fictitious evidence in his corrupt plan. Judge Tolleson fell for the charade they showed. 2 years in prison, down a dark road. Osteen hit the stand, swore oath after oath, but his lies cracked under the weight of my growth. July 18th, they thought they'd won, but justice don't sleep, the truth has begun. Their house of cards is shaking, ready to fall. I'm standing tall, calling out them all. Caught red-handed, their lies laid bare. These public officials thought nobody would care. A conspiracy deep, but the truth's coming through. The system's cracking, now they'll pay their due. Lies and corruption, they thought they control. Sentence vacated, exposing their soul. They built it on deceit, but the cover is blown. Now the guilty must answer for the seeds they've sown. Candy Beavers, Hobie James played the dirty part. Conspired with Galveston to tear me apart. Jeff Busby sent false statements to the district attorney, and when the heat came down, it was so concerning. A snake in the grass hiding behind his crew, but the truth reveals everything they do. Their lies run deep, but justice runs deeper. Each betrayal exposed, the climb's getting steeper. They thought they'd silence me, bury my voice, but now it's my time and I've made my choice to shine a light, make sure these criminals pay. Justice is coming and it's here to stay. I lost it all, but I still fight. Damn right, the truth's a weapon cutting through the night. The sentence declared unlawful, the order vacated. I'm vindicated, liberated, And of course I'm elated. Caught red-handed, their lies laid bare. These public officials thought nobody would care. A conspiracy deep, but the truth's coming through. The system's cracking, now they'll pay their due. Lies and corruption, they thought they control. Sentence vacated, exposing their soul. They built it on deceit, but the cover is blown. Now the guilty must answer for the seeds they've sown. Yeah, pour again. Their life, the truth's a weapon. Cutting through the night. The sentence declared unlawful.